All right, we are recording. Welcome to the All Heat team call. We are in the end of June, 6 months through the year. I always say on January calls, by the next call we'll be done with the whole year, and that's what it feels like. It goes so incredibly fast. And I'm really excited for this call tonight. Number one, I'm excited because it's beginning of summer. And that means a whole new way to look at your business. You have a chance to rewrite your story this summer and make it absolutely the best ever. And it's a great kickoff to have Allie on our phone because she's a fast-growing group and she's excited, and I know she's going to have some really great things to share tonight. For those of you that don't know me, Chris and I are 100 Club NMDs. We've been with the company for 26 years, and it's been nothing but extraordinary. And that doesn't mean all good. It means all over the place because extraordinary contains both sides, right? And if you can trust the process and stick with it, you get to create the kind of lifestyle that you would like. And for Chris and I, it's being in Chris's hometown and the town that I love of Ashland during the summer. In the winter, we're down in Santa Barbara because I don't do winter anymore. And so we've been able to travel around the world with our girls. We've been able to completely get out of debt and own everything free and clear. And life is pretty exciting when you have lots of options. So with that said, we're going to get right into our call tonight. So Allie Schneider is the National Marketing Director. She's from Lawrence, Kansas. She's a coach's wife. She's a homeschooling mom, and she's a fitness professional. And you're going to hear how she's able to do it all. She's passionate about helping people with their health, but even more so about helping people dream and creating a lifestyle by design. And I know that that's what Chris and I get excited about too, because when we first started this, we were $250,000 in debt, and design was the last thing on our mind. And because of this process, we were able to choose and design our life. So Allie, I'm going to turn this over to you, and I'm going to put you on spotlight so that we don't see the whole group. There you are, big and famous, and we want to hear your story and hear some of your wisdom. I can't wait to hear. Uh-oh, we can't hear you. Let's see.
This is supposed to be a Zoom call. That means you can see everyone. But I didn't want to.
They can't. All right. Let's see. You're not muted, but we can't hear you. Let's see. So you know what? Go down to your microphone on the bottom left and see if it says that you're connected via the computer, because sometimes that happens. And then if you still can't make it happen, oh, you know, the other thing you could do is you can call in and I can give you the phone number. You want to do that? So are you going to try it on your iPad first? Okay. This is what we call punting. It'll come up any second, everybody. Just be patient. Okay. The other night, Allie, while you're figuring out, I had 3 things going. My iPad, my phone called in, and my computer, and I had it balanced up, and I didn't know which way people were hearing me, but they were. Uh-oh. Is that you?
Yep. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yay.
I don't know. I use Zoom on that computer about 100 times a day, so I don't know what's going on.
Well, you're there. That's great.
Okay.
All right. So welcome to the call.
Thank you. Sorry about that. I'm so excited to be here tonight. Really, it's an honor to share with you guys. Chris and Nikki are amazing, and what they have built there is amazing. So I'm just excited to be able to share a little bit with you. Honestly, my goal for tonight is going to be to inspire you to dream a little bit bigger. So, you know, creating a vision, maybe a little bit of action, but just really having big goals for yourself. And I know that some of you, I don't know where you're all at in the business, and I'm going to share my story along the way. But as I share my story, I really want you to think about your own life. So I'm going to talk about my story, and I'm going to share some other things, but it's not about me. this whole call is about you, and every single one of you on here, and every single one of you, you're at a different place in your life, at the time in your life, a different place in the business. So I want you to put this all into your own life, and you know, how you can see it working for you. The first thing I want to ask you to do is actually, can you grab a pen and a piece of paper? Just real quickly. I'll give you a second if you don't have it, but grab a pen and paper.
I am not sure how other people's pictures keep coming on. We're not seeing you anymore. Now we're seeing Debbie Blair. I'm not sure why that's doing.
Sorry.
It's because she's not muted.
Okay. All right.
If she's muted, she'll come up.
Okay. I just muted you, Debbie.
So whoever is wherever the sound is coming from is whose face you're going to see the most of. So are we good?
Yeah, we're good. Actually, I have you on Spotlight, not speaker view, so it shouldn't be happening. So that's what's weird, but it's okay. We'll keep right on working with it. It's what we do. It's what we do.
So I want everyone to, and I don't care where you are in the business or where you are financially, but I want you to write down what an extra $500 to $1,000 a month would mean to you. What would you do with it? Some of you, it's going to be a car payment. Some of you, maybe it's fun money. Maybe it's your shoe money. Maybe you're giving back to where you want to give back to. But just write. I want you to write it down. Seriously, an extra $500 to $1,000 a month. It can be a serious thing or it can be a fun thing. And then I want you to write down, and you need to write it, what you would do, what your life would look like, how your life would be different if health, finances, and time were not issues. They were not concerns. You are healthy, vibrantly healthy. You have the financial freedom, the financial independence to do whatever you want to do, and you have the time freedom to do whatever you want to do without hesitation. So how would your life be different? Would you be traveling? Would you be living somewhere else? Would you be putting your kids in school somewhere else? Building a foundation? What would you do? Because most people don't think about that because we don't think that that's possible, or it seems like it's so far out there. But to be honest, that's the opportunity that we have with our company, is those three things: health, wealth, and time freedom. And so as I share a little bit of my story tonight, I really want you to think about your own life and how your life could be changed. We're change your story, change your life. That was the big theme at the Branson Boot Camp. But how your life would look differently and how you could design it, truly design your own life. By making some simple changes. So I became a rep with the Juice Plus company about 9 years ago, but I didn't join the mission until about 3 years ago. And I think there's a big difference. And some of you might be reps right now, and some of you might be actually living the mission. And wherever you're at is fine. Just understand, know where you're at and know where you want to go and what you have to do to get there. So as for myself, I was a rep for a long time. I was a sales coordinator for about 4.5 years. And in that whole time, I was very happy there. I didn't have any vision for this business because I didn't know. I really, my background is in health and nutrition. I was a college basketball coach. And when I married my husband, who is still a college basketball coach, he's the head women's basketball coach at the University of Kansas. So that's why we're in Lawrence, Kansas now. When I married him, I quit coaching. I got into personal training because I thought it would allow me the freedom to set my own schedule. And I was more wrong than I've ever been at anything with that thought, because you are actually just totally at the mercy of everybody else's schedule. And so I quickly realized that that's not what I was really envisioning when I got into personal training. But I am passionate about helping people get healthy. And so I loved that part of it. During that time, I did join the business. I became a rep, and like I said, I was a sales coordinator. And until after one of the conferences, Doug Barlow, if you guys know Mitra's husband, he kind of lit a fire in my butt. after one of the conferences. And I decided that, I was being selfish for not actually joining this mission, because there are a lot of people in my life that I could help. And so for me at that point, it was just a total, it's a decision, first of all. So if you're a rep and you're wondering, do you want to join this mission? Do you want to get to that point of designing your own life? It is a decision that you need to make. But once you make that decision, man, hang on, because it's going to be an awesome ride. So for me, then as a team, we went from sales coordinator to national marketing director in 6 months. And it was crazy and a lot of work and a whole lot of fun. And, we just continued to grow since then. But a few things that, so I had to make that decision and then just treating it as a business. But what I want to share with you tonight and really inspire you to think about your own life is what that has provided for us and allowed me to do since then. So I had lived a job or a life really of the employee mentality of trading dollars for hours, of checking in, punching a time clock, whatever it was. That was the mentality that I grew up with, and that's all I ever known. So for me, once I became a national marketing director, once we started to actually really join this mission and live it out, the things that it has allowed me to do is, and you heard Nikki say, I am homeschooling my kids now, which 3 years ago would not have even crossed my mind, but I have fallen in love with the lifestyle. So it's by no means am I saying you need to homeschool your kids or, some people are like, heck no. But for us and for our family, it's a lifestyle decision because I've fallen in love with the freedom that I have found in this company. So it provides that opportunity for me. The opportunity to wake up every single day just as excited as I was the day before, never dreading Monday morning, never being bummed on Sunday night because I know I have to get up and go to work the next morning. Never, not a day in the last 3 years have I had a single thought of dreading the day when I woke up. Every single day I get to wake up excited and on fire for what we're doing in my life and in, as a whole company in this world. And I never knew that was out there. I thought everybody dreaded Monday morning. And I thought everybody looked at the clock all day trying to decide when you could go home. And so that, has provided that opportunity for me. Also not having to ask for vacation time, not having to answer to anybody else when and where I want to go. Again, I told you I've fallen in love with the lifestyle is why we're homeschooling right now, because we road school a lot. So wherever we want to go, we can just go. Wherever I have team, we can go. In the last 6 weeks, I've been to 7 different states, I think, just because we can. And I want to. It's all a decision. But you don't have to ask anybody if I can go to Florida. I don't have to ask anybody if I can go to California. I can just go. And that is something, again, that I didn't have that vision for. So what does that look like for you, though? If you had the time freedom, if you didn't have to answer to anybody else ever, what would you do? What would you do with your life? For me also, now this one, being able to be there for my family, and I'm just personally here, my dad had, last year had a major accident. And he was in the hospital for a long time. My mom still works, because that's how I grew up. My dad's a farmer. My mom has to work for insurance. That's all they know. I'm trying to get her to NMD, but we're still working on it. But my mom had to work and my sisters had to work, and I was able to just say, yes, I can be there. I can be in the hospital whenever and as long as I need to be, because I can. So it's not even all the fun things, but it's the other things too. The opportunity to be there for the people in your life, just because they need you, without hesitation and without having, again, to answer to anybody else, truly designing your own life. And the thing that I am really, really excited about is I get to spend every day talking to and doing life with the people that I choose to do life with. And we are really, on our team, kind of just on this mission of we want we're inviting the people that we want to do life with into our business. Because we're in it for life, and this is a lifestyle that we're creating. And once you see that and they see that, then it's so much fun. So I get to spend my days talking to my best friends because they're the people that I want in my life. And it's so cool that we get to truly get to choose that. So I want you to take that piece of paper, and I'm going to give you just a minute. I want you to write down 5 people. I don't care if you think they would never be interested, but 5 people who you want their energy impacting your life. 5 people that you can think of who probably they're already successful people. We want successful people to join us in this, but they have great energy. You want their energy impacting you and your kids and your family and the rest of your team, people you enjoy being around. Whether you think they would be interested or not, you need to write their names down on a piece of paper. I'm going to give you just a second here to do that. And you can keep thinking, but I do want you to get to 5. I have 5, and it continues to grow as I bring people onto my team. And to be honest, I have 2 who have been there since day 1 who are still not on my team, but they're still some of my best friends, and they get to watch what I do. And I know I'm 100% confident that they will be on my team very soon. So, but continue adding to that. But these people need to be people who you really do want to do life with. So write them down real quickly. And then I'm going to challenge you to tonight, whenever we get off here, to send a message to one of them. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that. When you're reaching out to people, the first thing you need to do is be confident and so proud of what you're building. The confidence that you have and the pride that you have in what you're doing, they will pick up on immediately. So, and understand that a lot of these people have been watching you, and they will continue to watch you. So as you reach out to somebody, I truly am so proud of what I have built, what we have built as a team, and the amount of people that we're helping, whether it's health or finances or lifestyle, the amount of people that we're able to help every day. I am so proud of that. And I think that the people that I invite to join our team are the lucky ones, that they get that opportunity. And so be proud of what you're doing whenever you're reaching out to people. And you know what? I just told you 2 of my dream team members still have not said yes, but it's not a no, I'm never going to talk to you again thing. They are still some of my best friends. They are watching me, and they occasionally make comments about, oh, I wish I could go on vacation, or, oh, I wish I could. And I'm saying, well, you could. If you want to, you still can. We can still make it happen. But people are watching. Even if they don't respond right away, or they don't want to join your team right away, or whatever, that's fine. Circle back to them if they're on your dream team list. Give off the energy that you want to get back as well. You want to attract people who you want to do life with. So that energy is important. And I'll touch quickly here, and I would like to, at the end, just let you guys ask some questions and stuff. But I also, as we're talking about this, and the confidence and the pride and dreaming and all that, we have been spending a lot of time, my team has been spending a lot of time lately, really focusing on the language that we use. So as you are reaching out to people, and in different situations, whether it's product or business or whatever you're sharing, but having some belief statements that you feel very strong and very powerful in. So if I'm starting a conversation with someone, or I'm doing a Zoom call, we do lots of 3-way Zoom calls, starting the conversation with a belief statement like, I believe that everyone deserves the opportunity to feel vibrantly healthy. I believe that every child should know that their DNA is not their destiny. Or I believe that moms and dads should not have to choose between a career or their kids. But starting things with belief statements, I believe that we have found a better way for health and for our lifestyle. Rather than, sometimes it's hard to know how to start a conversation and we fumble around with our words. Or, it's, well, have you ever heard of Juice Plus? Or, well, I've started this thing that you might be interested in. Because trust me, I've been there, not knowing how to start those conversations. And all my team, when they're new, we don't know how to bring that up. But if you can start something with a powerful, confident statement of I believe, then it's going to get people's attention and it's going to get them listening. And you know what? They're going to come up with some things that they believe in as well. So, those are some of the ones that I use a lot because those are my core beliefs in what we're doing. And, and I'll say again, one I use a lot is I believe that everyone deserves the opportunity to feel vibrantly healthy. Because, and I'm not going to share my whole product story, but I have gotten to the place that I feel vibrantly healthy every day, and I'm so thankful for it. So I get to use that, What I use a lot if I'm talking to parents is I believe moms and dads should not have to choose between a career or their kids. And they see that because they know what I do. And they see that I'm a national marketing director with the Juice Plus company. I'm homeschooling my kids. We travel all over. And so they can see that. So again, I want this call to be about you. So as you start to think about where your core beliefs are in this, make some belief statements that you can just, when you're starting conversations with people, you can share with them truly your heart and what you believe. And it's going to be so powerful to start the conversation like that. And, whenever you're reaching out to your dream team members, it's an I believe statement. Maybe it's I believe that you were made to do this, but you believe in it. It's a lot more powerful again than you're fumbling around with the words. And and then if depending on where it's going, but I might say 2 or 3 belief statements in a row. And then, I'm fully confident in the Juice Plus company and our ability to provide families with a contagious culture of individuals lifting each other up to a place where everyone can design their own life. And that is, because I am fully confident in our company and our ability and this culture that we have created that allows people to truly design their own life. And so, guys, it's really powerful if you just change your language a little bit. That's the one thing that we have been focusing so much on lately. And it's a lot of fun when, somebody uses that language for the first time when they've been stumbling over their words or not knowing how to say things. To come off with a powerful, confident statement right from the beginning and see how people react differently to them. So I'm going to encourage you definitely to try that. And, as I do want to let you just ask some questions. I know we've got a few minutes left here, but really, really, I just want to paint this picture for you that this opportunity is there. Like there's nothing else out there that provides the opportunity of health, wealth, and time freedom. And, we have all 3 of those things. And we have the opportunity not only to have them ourselves, but offer them to everybody else out there. And so take a lot of pride in that and know that we have something super special. And, share it with the world, and really, really, really invite the ones who you want to do life with. Because as you start to have your dreams and, see what you would do with your life, and keep that piece of paper, and it might be changing as you go along. What you do with $500 a month might be different next month, or, as you start to make more money, your lifestyle of freedom, the things you want to do might change. And so change them, change your dream team, but keep it written out so you can always look at it because it's a powerful thing. So anyway, Nikki, do you want me to hit on anything else? Do you want to ask some questions?
I think it would be great to have somebody ask some questions. So if you have a question specifically for Allie, like what was the thing that really shifted her so big to go from sales coordinator to NMD in 6 months? What did her activity look like? Whatever you guys want to ask, you'll have to unmute yourself, and I'm going to let you guys go for it. So does anybody have a question? Just jump in and ask it.
I do. Patty, and I would love to know the question that Nikki just asked is what was the shift? Was there a mind shift, a financial shift that made you go, get in deep and go from SC to NMD?
Yeah, it was definitely a mind shift in the fact of just deciding I was going to go for it. But in my approach was, obviously I had to make that decision, and then it was all out massive action. I'm kind of, and I know everybody is not like that, but I am kind of, if I'm going to do something, then I'm in it to win it. And so I just stopped. I got rid of my excuses, which my kids at the time were 3 and 4. And so I had a lot of excuses around them. My husband's a college basketball coach, so he's gone more than he's home for sure. You know, at that point in my life, in my Juice Plus business, I was like saying no, I couldn't get on calls because of bedtime, or, you know, that's dinner time for my kids, or I'll mess up their bedtime schedule or whatever. And you know what, I honestly, and I know everybody's not at that place in their life, but we all have something. I, you know, have had people on my team that, like, that's their TV show time or whatever. You know, we all have something that we think is more important, but if you want to go for it, then it just has to be your priority. And at that point, I mean, I decided that, you know what, my kids are going to be alive, even if they go to bed an hour later. What this is going to do for our future is so much more important than if they get in bed on time tonight. So, you know, just honestly, just saying yes to everything and then figuring out the details. I am like I'm kind of just a fly by the seat of my pants sometimes, but I like to be organized. But as far as just go with it, I'm going to say yes. And, you know, maybe I don't know what I'm going to do with my kids when I go to that event. So maybe they're going to end up going with me, or I don't know how I'm going to get there, but I'm going to get there. So I'm just making commitments to filling up your calendar for me. Now, that was, you know, 2.5 years ago, and Facebook parties were kind of just the new thing. There wasn't even Facebook Live then. Sounds like I'm so old, right? But at the time, and there wasn't things like sent, share, or post my party either. We were like copying and pasting. But in the 1 month I hit Q 1 month, NMD the next month, just back-to-back months. And in that 1 month, I made it a point. I had at least 3 events every day. So something morning, afternoon, evening. I just for 1 month. I'm not saying that needs to be your life, but that's how I did it. And it was a lot of activity. But yeah, so an event. And
awesome. Thank you.
So an event could be like a Facebook party and a play date and coffee with a friend and Zoom calls and, you know, wine and wellness, smoothie parties.
And so, Allie, besides events, you did at least 3 events a day, and they could look like all those different things. What does massive action look like to you? Is it texting 5 people a day? Is it texting 30 people a day? What does massive action look like? Give us a picture.
Okay. Again, everybody's at a different place, so it depends where you want to get to. But I feel like I was kind of crazy when I did that really fast. A lot, definitely more than 5 a day. But you know, when you're doing that, when you're sending 20 to 30 messages a day, then you don't have any time to be disappointed or ho-hum around about who didn't respond to you. Because honestly, I would have people that responded to me, and I still do, like 3 days later, that I forgot that I had even messaged. So when you're reaching out to a lot of people, and it's not like you don't care about them, it's just you're not going to get caught up in them not responding to you right away. You know, maybe they will, maybe they won't, but it's a numbers game. If you really want to build it fast, it's a numbers game, and the more you can reach out to, the more you're planting, the more people you're going to circle back around to, you know, as you go through and continuing. You know, I have a lot of newer team members who I know have not run out of friends, but claim that they've shared it with everybody they know because they actually think they have. You know, there's the memory jogger on the mission driven model. You know, go through there and create a new list. And I just did it actually about a month ago. I created a list of 100 new people and I can't believe that I have 100 people in my life that I haven't contacted about Juice Plus, but I did. I came up with them.
Wow.
So, you know, just continuing to do that.
So we got time maybe for one more question. Does anybody have one more question they're just dying to ask?
I do.
Go for it.
Ali, I'm Heidi from Santa Barbara, and I have a question. So when it comes to the percentage of people that you're reaching out to on social media and then people on your memory jogger, is there a ratio that you stuck with, or was it really mostly social media and just a small amount of people that you actually know?
Most of them I know. Maybe I'm not great friends with all of them, but a lot. It was, for me, I do a lot on social media. Again, everybody's not there at that point, but I will reach out to people on social media. I use Facebook Messenger for everything because I can voice message. I don't like to type out messages. I think you can take them the wrong way. People can't feel your energy. So if you guys are not using Facebook Messenger with the voice messaging, then I highly recommend you do that. Number one, they know that you care about them because it's a personal message and they can hear your voice. They can hear your excitement. And again, if you start with a powerful, confident statement, it's a lot more powerful than, an email or just typing out a message. But even if it's people who are like good friends of mine, then I use social media for most of it. But it is very important still to do the in-person events, which we do as well. But I would say ratio of what we do event-wise right now, we do Zoom and Facebook events probably 80% of the time, and in-person events 20% of the time right now. And that's, when you have people all over the place, and you can just reach so many more people at a time when you're using social media or Zoom or something like that.
So we are at 6:32, everybody, and we always promise to be done by 6:30. And it's like, I know I've got about 10 more questions. We're just going to have you back at some point, Ali.
Okay.
So maybe it'll just be a quick Q&A. But number one would, let's see, I want to put it on gallery view for a second. Now we can see everybody. And if, first of all, Ali, thank you so much. And I love how you kept saying it's different for everybody. A lot of people say, oh, well, that guy that got to NMD in 20 seconds. Well, it happens. And it happens because they work really hard. And it's not easy. And even you said, I was a little crazy during that time. You can only imagine that was your focus for those 6 months. And other things went to the wayside. But it's been totally worth it. You're now at home with your kids. You're now choosing where and when you want to go. So you get to decide how much you want to do and how much of a priority you want to put Juice Plus in front and wherever things lie after that. So, Ali, thank you so much. That was really generous of you with your time. And if all of you guys would unmute yourself, you can go ahead and unmute yourself and give Ali a rip.
Thanks, Ali.
Thanks, Ali.
Thank you, Ali.
Notes.
Ali.
Thank you.
Thanks for recording. Read it.